Holly, my daughter, is very empathetic. She can pick up on people's moods and just has that calming that she can bring to others if they are upset. She is so loving and kind. And for Charlie, he is very sociable and happy. Like when he walks in the room, he draws your attention. When there was this option of having our first year in the home, it was very appealing to myself. Just having her in the home and then starting in the community, so not knowing that she would ever go to school, I just didn't know when we first got that diagnosis. And then with Charlie, it just made sense for us. We knew what Grit had to offer, and I didn't want anything less. To advocate for the needs of your child and make it specific to your child, it's not about the other children in the class, it is about Holly, or it is about Charlie. So just little tidbits of that I learned over the course of the years we were within Grit was huge. The visioning workshop, I loved, creating a unique vision for each of the children that could then be shared with the school teams. And just to have us review it each year and see how our vision might have changed. And the parent to parent, like getting to know that others have or are walking this similar path. So Grit helped kind of open our minds up to what is possible.
So I was with Charlie in kindergarten. With participation, what we do with our students is we create a daily schedule. So he would know every day what the day looked like. I had the pictures in sequence, so then I didn't have to be right there all the time. He could be with his peers and they could all follow the instructions with pictures. So those were the things we did, but we did it with the whole class. But it helped Charlie be able to follow routine without having adults always telling him what to do. Kids learn through play. And in kindergarten, we're still playing, right? So I would insert myself in play and be a role model for the kids. And then as they started playing, I would kind of fade myself away. So then they would continue to play without my interference. Charlie worked all winter. When the graders come, they put these big hills in the schools. And he worked pretty much all winter trying to climb to the top, like his friends would do. And so his friends were always saying, oh, do this, go this way. They would pull his hand up and they would push him up. Towards the end of the winter, he actually was able to climb to the top on his own. And it wasn't just him that was so happy that he did it, but it was all his friends. And I think just that pure modeling and just him watching how they would do it, and that support and that encouragement from his peers, it just, you don't get that when you're working just with an adult, right? So I think those are just part of why inclusion works, right? Kids learn from kids. They need each other.
We were able to, both Holly and I, and then later Charlie and I were able to help promote AAC devices and the Grit program by attending a global TV kind of news session and CTV. So those were both kind of big moments I remember. And then with Charlie, it was more the high tech. And he, I believe, was one of the first children to get a device through the Giving Every Child a Voice program.
It is important to include all people because everyone has something to contribute to a team, and I have learned to advocate for myself. Inclusion means that I can get a job like anyone else would.
Holly, would you like macaroni and cheese in your lunch today?
Yes, I like macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
I've learned the importance of inclusion for my siblings by viewing what they've done and how they've been helped and how I shouldn't be treated differently than them and how they should be equal to me and how they shouldn't be left out for any reason because they're different.
I remember going to programs in the community like Rhyme Time and Sport Ball. A skill I learned was how to use this AAC device that I received from Grit and the Giving Every Child a Voice program. I remember people visiting my house to help me learn new things. I also remember what vehicle they drove and that they honked their horn when they left.
I want to congratulate Grit on their 40th anniversary. It's a huge milestone, and we're just so thankful for the help of everyone involved that have given us the opportunity to have our kids out there and learning as they do and being part of the community as best they can. So thank you.